everyone, and welcome to Overcast. Thank you for joining for the 71st episode of Overcast. I'm Frostee, and this week, joined by my friend and co-host, Ovadrive. How are you doing out there, my friend?
Hey, doing well. How are things?
Things are going great, especially because the stress of Season 3 is past. We don't have to worry about that anymore.
Exactly.
Got that off our plate. And before we get going to the show, I will load up the plate with the formalities, of course, and that is that you can find us on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can also head to overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. That's our blog page where we post everything we talk about each week. FrozenFoxMedia.com is where you can find all the information about our podcasts and all the other podcasts and other content on the Frozen Fox Media Network. So go and check that out. I'm sure we have something for everybody, no matter what kind of gaming you're into. And if you're watching the video version on YouTube, thank you very much. Give us a thumbs up and let us know what you think about that. Or if you're listening on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, if you love the show, let us know and leave us a good review there if you like what you hear. And no matter where you're listening or watching, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any episodes. So the formalities are done. Let's move on. It's like one of those things you just got to do, right?
Yep. So yeah, what have we been up to the last week, Frostee? What have you been doing in game, out of game?
So I didn't do any competitive again, just to kind of preserve the fact that I could end the season in silver. I didn't want to fall any further or anything
Fair enough.
That. And that's kind of just how I ended. I just let it go around 1600. It's not impressive at all, but I'll take it.
We'll get you up to gold at least
there
in
we
season
go.
4.
And been playing more Overwatch on Xbox, trying to get used to that. Getting a lot better. I finally kind of feel like I've caught that sweet spot in the aim and kind of just the feeling of it. And I was telling you right before the show, I got the feeling so good that I think that I'm pretty good at Genji in the game. I don't know if it's like the aim assist combined with maybe it's a little more forgiving on Xbox, but it just feels like he's pretty OP on Xbox.
I got to try him.
So it's that's pretty much what I've been doing, hoping that I can unlock something decent. Every time we get a loot box, I swear all it is voice lines and sprays. I haven't got any skins or anything on the Xbox yet.
Yeah. You gotta spend that real USD to get anything good.
I know, but I do that on the PC, so that's where my collection is. This is all RNG now.
Me too.
I just look like crap when I play Xbox, I'm like level 5 and have no skins, and just I look like a noob, and then I go in there and get 4 golds,
Yeah.
So Softy is not here. He is taking care of a family matter right now, and I guess that means, Ova, what have you been up to this week?
Yeah, this week I have been taking this opportunity to practice for season 4. So I've actually been playing a lot of competitive, the rule set. So they, on the off week this week, they give you the opportunity to get in there, play with that rule set. Doesn't go against you. It really, I don't think it helps you either. But it's good to just go in there, and I like that rule set more than the quick play. So I've actually picked up Tracer for she'll be the one I'll be trying to get better at and play that for season 4. Picked up the golden guns for her.
Nice.
Was just having a ton of fun with her, so that's what I've been doing this week, is just trying to get better at Tracer.
When we played that match the other day with Overplayed, and we had the round where we had no cooldowns.
Yeah.
I tried out just blinking infinitely. And, you can get lost pretty quick in a match like that.
You can.
It was pretty fun. I like that.
It was a lot of fun.
Nice. So talking about season 3, why don't we just slide right into our stuff, our news for the week. So
Sure.
Let's do that. So season 3 has ended. No longer have the maybe either the exhilaration of climbing the ladder, or the sadness of falling down the ladder. That's over for the season. Like you said, you kind of are in that break time, so you can just enjoy the rule set without having to suffer or anything like that. And I don't know, I guess we can just kind of give our little wrap up of what we thought about the season. I'll go ahead and say that I liked the season. I mean, I enjoy competitive play. I think it brings a lot more excitement to the table. the games, whenever I play them, for the most part, have always seemed like they match pretty well, at least at my skill level. I don't know if that's true for everybody, but I feel like the matches are always like a little bit closer. There's not as many like complete blowouts that I've run into. Every once in a while, you still have that, but not as bad. But I still like at the beginning of the season, I still kind of question the scaling of the skill rating, like how that all works out, and feeling like I did better and I won twice as many games for my placement matches, but yet placed lower. It didn't feel like, I felt like there was a disconnect there. So I don't know if they're going to remedy that in the back end going into the next season, or if they'll keep it the same. I haven't read anything whether that's going to change for sure or not. So, but overall, I had fun with the season, but eventually I got to that point where the slide and kind of getting stuck, I kind of just felt like I got burned out on it and went back to quick play and arcade stuff like that. So what about you, Ova? What do you think about the season?
Yeah, I agree with a lot of what you just said, and I probably put in a lot more hours in the season 3. I probably had like 115 hours in season 3, and it was just a lot of bouncing up and down between like 2,000 to 2,400. So I think you're right. I think it is placing people in matches where it is a little bit more fair. There's less stomping, less like losing really bad or really winning really one-handedly. Mm-hmm. So I think it's good, and I really like the competitive aspect of the game. That's where I spend most of my time when I log in. So I've had a lot of fun in all of the seasons, 1 through 3, and looking forward to season 4.
Yep. I mean, there's not much that beats the thrill of like when you get put in that competitive match and like you get that special music that plays and everything.
Yeah. I
was telling my wife about it. Like you just get amped up. Like it's exciting.
It is.
That, and because like every game matters, so much.
Yeah.
So.
And I want that flashy diamond symbol next to my name.
Heck yeah. So there we go. So season 3 is over. We'll look forward to the next season to get started pretty soon here. So let's talk about something new. It's like, do I call it earth shattering? It's
I think it is. I think it is.
So in the last few days, we on the Overwatch page and on the Overwatch Twitter, we had an Atlas News spotlight. It was a spotlight on Numbani, and it first started out with an interview of an 11-year-old, we want to call her a scientific genius, named Effie, I think it's Oladale. It's Ol, and then it's spelled like Adele, like the singer, so that's how I assume you say it. So she's apparently like, 11-year-old genius, recipient of the Adawe Foundation's prestigious Genius Grant in recognition of her accomplishments. She's in robotics and things like that. And you can go ahead and read the interview. I'm not going to like read the whole thing. They kind of get a feel of like, her science background and stuff like that. And that was kind of cool. And then earlier today, on the Overwatch Twitter account, they had breaking news come across from Atlas News, and how the OR-15 defense units were destroyed in confrontation with an unidentified assailant at the Numbani airport. And there's a picture of the robot. It's like smashed into the wall, and like the whole room is wrecked. And if you look at the picture closely, you'll look and be like, wait, this looks like the starting room on Numbani when you're attacking. And so some people logged into the PTR today, and on the PTR, as Ova and I have seen, you will notice that this scene is recreated in the PTR. And there's something else that was not in this Twitter. It was kind of just put on the PTR, and I think they've kind of let people discover it themselves. But we found something afoot with the payload, didn't we, Ova?
We did. So if you approach the payload on Numbani, you will notice that the Doomfist is gone, and the little capsule that's holding it is shattered.
Yeah. And I think only the Doomfist could like smash a bot into the wall that hard. So
yeah.
But last week, didn't we just hear that Doomfist would not be the next hero? Like pretty much, right?
Pretty much, not explicit like that, but pretty much.
So I don't know what's happening, and it just seems like another one of those things where Blizzard's purposely trying to throw us off the trail. And at the DICE meetings and the presentations that Jeff Kaplan did at those at that event this last week, people were asking him, and he showed the picture of with like the spider tank, and he's like, that's not the next hero. And then he's like, oh, Effie is not going to be the next hero, but she's going to play a role in their backstory. And so it's like, what does this all mean? Is it going to be Doomfist? I'm checking like the Terry Crews Twitter account. There's nothing there. He's gone radio silent. And so I don't know. Who, if it's not Doomfist at this point, like who else would it be? Like somebody just going to drop out of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, Effie kind of came out of the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
So.
The only thing I could guess is maybe they're going to take our suggestion to make like the new game mode with the Doomfist.
Yeah.
And so it was like another hero that stole it, right? So we're just gonna have to see, I guess, what's going on with that. So I don't know. You and I looked at the big picture of all the other, heroes that it could possibly be, and there's nobody that it kind of points to. But
no,
if it's not Doomfist, I'm still holding my cards on that like biohazard suit guy.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
So we'll see. We'll see if it's him. Go ahead.
Just last comment here. I'm excited that it's not an ARG, and the clues or hints are coming out quick, like one after another. So we just got the Effie backstory, and a day or two later, this breaking news comes up, and it's on the PTR. So it's happening quick, which I like.
Yeah, exactly. We're not, being slowly fed it over months. So far, at least. And it's not ARG. It's kind of like we're back to like the Atlas news.
Yeah.
Back to the traditional reveal. It's kind of like 76 is what it feels like now. So.
Yeah, I like it.
So there's that. And yeah, you can go check it out. Go check it out on the PTR. I mean, I'd encourage you to go check it out on the PTR because it's something you got to see for yourself. You got to see it for your own eyes. So something we were really excited about, kind of get back into the competitive scene, is Overwatch League. We've been, wondering how things are going to work. We didn't know what they're going to do and when it's going to even start. And we finally got kind of like out of nowhere. There was a press event, which I think was in Korea the other day. And I just heard about it because one of the devs was tweeting about being there to talk about it. And I was like, oh, well, what is this, And we got like a big old press event with question and answer and things like that. And yeah, there we go. So Overwatch League will kick off, they said, at least that it'll start to manifest itself in the third quarter of this year. So we kind of have like a approximate starting time, when it's going to get going and everything like that. So where there's not still like not a lot of information about it, but we did get to hear about, some of the basics about how, it's going to start maybe then, and then in 2018, that's when like kind of they're hoping to get like a regular schedule going with like everything being more consistent and permanent. So I guess they kind of want to kick it off. Maybe think about it as season one was for competitive, where we kind of like just put it out there as like a test or get your feet wet. And so that's kind of what it sounds like they're going to be doing with Overwatch League. And then they said during that period, there will be a lot of acquiring players, forming new teams, and so the league will still be kind of compact at that point. And then 2018 is when it'll expand to be full-fledged, I guess.
So this means I have, a season or two to get up to GM? Top 500 to be picked? Is that what you're telling me?
There you go. You got some time. It's not going to be like next week. So
yeah.
And there was the question, too, about, like, well, where are we going to play these matches at? And are they going to be, like, stadiums that they're going to build, or what are they going to do? And I was like, well, that would be pretty cool if they, built these big stadiums, or maybe not big, but, imagine, like, the BlizzCon stage, and they built, like, one of those in, like, all the cities they had a team in. Like, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And, like, I more call it, like, an Overwatch stadium stage or something like that, I guess. And so what they were saying is that they want to hold it in the major stadiums and in some of the regions. And with enough teams and infrastructure, you'll be able to enjoy Overwatch League being played in home stadiums. And also the big thing that came out was the final match of the Overwatch League will not be at BlizzCon. It'll be held in a new city every year. So not going to be at BlizzCon. It'll be like the Super Bowl. It'll be moving around.
Yeah.
And I don't know. You and I, we kind of had mixed feelings about that. What do you think about having maybe a roaming championship game?
I think I think for people that are not as close to gaming or that are not as familiar with esports, things like that, I think this increases the exposure to the sport and kind of the idea of esports and Overwatch too. So I think it's good from that aspect. But traditionally, right, as gamers and big fans of Blizzard, that kind of the big end all be all is at BlizzCon. So it does feel a little strange, but I can see why they're doing it this way.
Yeah, I can understand that. If I was kind of joking that we got to have something at BlizzCon, so maybe a World Cup will continue.
Right.
Maybe it'll be like Overwatch League All-Star Weekend or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's no way they're going to kick Overwatch competitive stuff out of BlizzCon. But the question is like what will be there, I guess, in the future. So
maybe it'll be like the international tournaments, right, where you have like different countries. That's what it has been last year, but
yeah,
I can see that sticking, and then having the Overwatch League be more national or within a country. So
there we go. So yeah, that'd be cool. So well, I'm excited to see how that holds out. And then they said that it'll be a region-based league, but there will be no boundaries in region or nationality when it comes to players. Also for gender, that question came up specifically. So like teams that are all mixed up. I mean that's awesome. Like more people on teams and no walls or barriers that people have to break through. That's cool. And then they said to give players some added stability, there will be no relegations once a team is included in the league, and salaries will be via profit sharing. And Blizzard is not ruling out in-game DLC that players can buy to support their favorite teams. So, maybe skins or something. Maybe I don't know, but if you want to if you got a favorite team, you got your home team, and you want to support them, then you can buy some stuff to give them some cash or revenue. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's kind of like buying jerseys for your favorite sports team, right?
Exactly.
And the last thing that I wanted to bring out and see what you think about it, they said one of the biggest things they want to do to make the game more friendly for spectators is give the players playing in it bigger health bars, so that they can more easily follow the game.
Is this more for spectators or in-game, actual in-game changes?
They said it'll be more for the spectators.
Yeah, I think that could make sense. I think when you're looking at it, when you're spectating from a 3D model perspective, it's definitely easier to tell. Or even if you're in the first person, it's easier to tell. So yeah, I don't see why it would be a problem or why you shouldn't do it.
Yeah. So yeah, the exact quote was. Speaking of in-game, we're planning to provide systems constantly that will support esports. We're planning a lot of systems, including making HP bars above the head more visible. And then it says, and systems will allow the spectator to clearly see the progression of the match. These preparations are all part of the preparations for Overwatch League. So we'll see even more, I'm sure. So we kind of got a little taste of what Overwatch League is going to be like. I'm really excited for it because I want to see this thing take off, because it sounds like it's gonna be really cool. I want my home team. I want to see what my team's gonna be, and I was trying to read more into it to see who can own a team and all this stuff, and they're like, yeah, if you're interested in owning a team, you can contact us, but they're not discussing who's applied or has been become a team owner yet or anything like that. So it's all kind of a mystery right now, but
yeah,
I'm excited for when they unveil it. I wonder if it'll be a live stream where they'll be all right, if you live in in Pennsylvania, get ready for Pittsburgh to have this team, and then Denver unveil it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So there you go.
What if they unveil the teams at BlizzCon?
Oh, that'd be awesome. Yeah. So there we go, and that'd kind of work out because it'd be towards the end of the year. So
yeah,
nice. It'd be a good idea. Good idea, Blizz. Okay, so that's out of the way. We're time for Reaper Watch 2017.
Yes.
We were in week 4 or 5 now. So has there been any update on Reaper Watch?
I think they painted his little gun today. It's still being worked on. The details are being fine-tuned. So hopefully we'll get some update here in the next couple of weeks.
All right. So we will keep our vigilant watch to see when it comes. You got the Soldier 76 statue standing there keeping watch, right? He's looking.
I do. He's waiting for his buddy.
All right, so we'll keep a watch out for that. And I think it's time then to talk about the community cards of the week. And this one was kind of surprising. I did not think that this would be the result, honestly. And especially because you took off into a huge lead at first.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was going to be your week. And it ended up being my week again. So I was actually surprised. I did not think I was going to win. So I received 75% of the votes, and you received 25. At one point, you were leading like 10. I had 10%, and you had like the remaining percent. So
yeah,
it was pretty crazy. And but I somehow pulled it out. So I'll keep the crown for another week.
And we'll have to find some incentive for people to vote on mine in the future.
So let's nominate our cards for the week. So yep. my card for the week, I'm going to go back. I'm getting back to the art side of things, and all the way to DeviantArt. And there's Alex Negria is the artist name, and they have this awesome Overwatch Mercy fan art. It's a very highly detailed rendition of Mercy, using the staff, healing somebody. And there's so much detail in this painting that I wanted to make sure this one got some love. So if you like it, make sure you support this one by voting for it. So Ova, what do you have to nominate this week?
Yeah, that piece of art is really cool. Definitely check that out. This week I am nominating a play of the game, and it is credit to someone who I cannot pronounce with the link. It'll be in the Twitter link. But essentially what it is there's a Pharah and a McCree, and the McCree has the high noon ready, and they're on Eichenwald behind the gate of the first cap point. And the McCree jumps on top of the Pharah's head. The Pharah boosts him up onto the next platform. They do it one more time so that McCree jumps again on top of the Pharah, so that the McCree is looking down at the cap point, uses high noon, and gets basically like a team kill with it. It's amazing. You got to check it out.
Nice. Somebody said it was the highest noon.
The highest noon.
There you go. There's the community cards for the week. So make sure you vote for your favorite, and we'll see if Ova can take the crown away from me this next week. All right, so remember that you can always also join on Discord. You can join us and join the discussion as we talk about the game. You can join us to play the game, play with each other. It's just an awesome place. You just go to our blog page, and there's a link in the middle that says Connect on Discord. You can also do it by clicking on the Connect button on our widget on the sidebar underneath our Twitter widget on our page. So from Discord, we have a couple questions for the Ask Overcast segment. So let's go ahead and go through that. And the first one is from Totemly Drunk. And the question that they ask is, how do you feel about Overwatch League finals being held outside of BlizzCon, and how they'll be hosting it in a different city every year? I think we kind of got our feelings out there about that. So it's kind of sad, but it makes sense with the league, and especially with kind of like it being a sports league and everything. I think it's definitely be good as long as we have something big at BlizzCon. I think it's going to be fine, and a lot of the players will probably be doing something at BlizzCon, so you can kind of still support your favorite player. I'm sure, like if it's either Overwatch All-Star Weekend or World Cup or something like that, you're still going to see them, still can enjoy them. So
yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think it's like I was saying, I think it'll be good for the esport of Overwatch to have that exposure in different cities, but they definitely need something that's really cool and awesome and unique to BlizzCon. It just wouldn't feel right any other way.
Yep, there you go. So, and the other one was, what heroes are you trying to get better at? And that is from Ecal asking that question. And I think you answered one so far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I recently, it's kind of a weird thing because I didn't think that I would be picking up Tracer. I thought I'd go with the Reaper route, but for some reason Tracer just kind of spoke to me, and just being kind of this disruptive hero, and it's just a lot of fun blinking in and out. So got her golden guns. I'm definitely not golden gun worthy from a skill level right now with her, so I want to get a lot better with her. I think I think it'll hopefully help me get further in season 4. And in addition to her, I will also be kind of backup Zen. I want to get better at Zen, making some sick headshots with Zen. So.
Knocking people out with the softballs.
Yeah, exactly.
I think if there's anybody I want to get better at, it's I think the character is cool, and I want to learn how to play more of the flanking kind of game. So I'm trying to get better at Genji, and I've been trying it on the Xbox version, and it's been a lot of fun. Been trying it in the of course on PC, trying to like hone my skills, and I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm not one of those Genjis that just spams "I need healing," so you don't have to worry about it. If you see me on your team, I'm not gonna be out there middle of nowhere asking for healing all the time. And but I really like it. I find myself in that kind of ranged thing, trying to snipe people with the shuriken, but I want to be able to get that. I need to get better at like that close game of rushing through people, and especially like the ult. I can get like 1 or 2 a lot of times, but it seems like I need to pick my ults better and just need to improve that kind of finesse with that hero. And that I would love to get better at Reaper. I don't have very much time on Reaper, and he looks fun, and he's definitely a devastating hero if you can play him right. So there you go. Thank you both for the questions this week. Remember, you can always submit them on Twitter with the hashtag AskOvercast, or you can just send them to us right there on our Discord, and we'll answer them every week on the show. And then before we close out, I don't have any shout-outs myself, but do you have any shout-outs, Ova?
I don't have any this week either.
All right. So I guess where can people find you on social media then?
Sure. You can find me on Twitter or on Twitch at Ovadrive CTR.
Nice. You can find me at Frosty Fox. Frosty Fox on Twitter, on Twitch, pretty much everywhere. So there you go. You can find the show on Twitter at Overcast Show. You can head to overcast.frozenfoxmedia.com. And frozenfoxmedia.com is where you can find all of the podcasts and other content on the Frozen Fox Media Network. Thank you for watching. If you're watching the YouTube version, if you like that, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. And if you're listening to us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Music, or anywhere else, remember to leave us a review if you love the show. Let us know. And remember to subscribe so you don't miss any episodes of Overcast, your Overwatch podcast. This has been the 71st episode of the show. So thank you for joining us, and thank you for supporting us. We will see you around next week. I am Frosty.
I'm Ovadrive.
And take care after Season 3. Lick those wounds.